In this video, we'll cover the basics on how to utilize your MREM or Mobile Real Estate Marketer phone software. In short, the MREM software is a phone redirectory. So when leads dial the MREM, it'll redirect to you, but it's much more powerful than that. Our easy-to-use software can be used for setting up sign writers on the fly, facilitating your leads, and much more. To begin, let's sign into the Book Setup Manager. The direct link is book-setup.smartagents.com. Once you've logged in, navigate over to More Tools and log in under Mobile Software. Please note neither this, your instant blog, or lead capture sites are set up until after you receive your book proofs, approve them, and have your books in hand. Once you've logged into the mobile software, your screen should look something similar to what you're seeing now. Let's quickly go over each software feature and then we'll dig into each one at a time. Number one is your dashboard. This is where your account information is placed. And unless you need to update your password, this page isn't relevant. Number two is codes. Here you'll be able to create call capture codes. This is especially useful for sign writers, and all capture codes that you create here will be categorized on the Code tab. Next up is the Listing Pages tab. In order for the codes to work, you need a listing page. In order for the listing page to work, you need a code. So they go half and half. Next up is your Leads tab. Here is where all of your leads are facilitated. Here you can see who dials your MREM, texts, or even leaves a voicemail. Okay, so now we have a general understanding of how the MREM software works. Let's dig into the nitty-gritty. Let's create a code for a particular property. To begin, click into the Listing Pages tab and click Add New Page. Once you've added a new page, you'll have to fill out each information in the bracket below. For the page title, we would suggest typing in the address of the property. It's essential that you keep everything organized and clean because as you move on and continue adding more listing pages, it's going to be a little cluttered, and if everything is categorized via the property address, it's going to be easy to find later on. Next up is the listing description. This would be information about the property. Example is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. To save you the time, I would just copy and paste the details from Zillow and paste it over there. The remainder of the brackets are self-explanatory. Let's skip down to the bottom of the listing page, add additional features. If there are any particular features with the property that you would want to showcase, you would type it out here. An example is fiber optic internet, if it has a sunroof, a garden, and so on. Next up, we have the images. If you have any pictures of the property, and I'm sure you do, be sure to upload them here. Whilst we won't get into it in this video, you'll see that there are different supported file formats, namely GIFs. If you want to record a video of you walking through a room, you can convert it to a GIF, and you can upload it here. Once you've finished adding all the essential information about the property, remember to go down to the bottom and click Update. Now, just a quick tip. If you have free time, make a testing listing page. You always want to test this stuff out before you release it to the public, so try to play around with it and see what works best for you. Once you've created the listing page, it will generate a short URL, and this will give the lead information about the listing, a picture of a home, details about bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. To begin, you would want to click on the Codes tab and click Add New Code. Here you'll be able to add an unlimited amount of codes. The code must be 4 digits long, and we suggest doing something simple and easy to remember. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and so on. Then select the number you want the code to work at, which would be your MREM, which is selected by default. And lastly, copy profile from another code or new. This allows you to make duplicates of your codes. You'll select from one of the existing call capture codes in the list, and in this case, we want to make a new code since of course we don't have any codes already. So we want to make a new code. When you create a new code, similar to your listing page, you'll be taken to an edit screen, which means that we're nearly done. Just as we did for the listing page title, we want to put the street address here. It's easy to categorize and keep things neat, and that's essential for a long-term organization. Next up is section 2, the text message reply. So when someone texts your MREM and inputs the call capture code, they'll receive this text message in a reply. Again, if you want to save time, you'd want to click Attach to Listing beneath the message box. It will populate the box and you won't have to fill out a thing. Basically what this is doing is copying your listing page details and transferring it over. Next up is your recorded hotline. This is something similar to say Siri or Bixby on your mobile device. How this works is when someone dials your MREM, they can enter the code that you just created. And whatever you type here will be read aloud for leads to listen on. So you can type out the description of the house, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. At the end of the recorded hotline, I would suggest typing, "For more information, text my number," and enter the code. And that way, not only can they get a verbal description of the house, they can also text your call capture code, and they can get images of it as well. Okay, so we're nearly complete with the code. How do you want to be notified? On Section 4, you'll be able to enter your notification settings. You'll want to enter your email that you wish to be notified at. An example is support@smartagents.com. Next up, you'll want to tick the Notify Cell Phones with text message of new lead. Then enter your cell phone in the Enter Cell Phones to Notify bracket. Quick tip, if you have multiple emails or even phone numbers, you can place up to 2 or even 2 phone numbers in the bracket, and you'll be notified for both. Remember to separate them with a comma. So if we do support@smartagents.com, comma, then you want to put your separate email or phone number and so forth. So you make sure you separate it by a comma, otherwise it will not work. You also have the ability to redirect callers after hearing your main audio message as seen here. If you hover over the question mark, it'll say, "Check this checkbox," or enter a phone number in the text area if you want to give prospects the option to be redirected to a live person after they hear your main audio message when calling your phone number. If you do not check this box, then prospects will not have the option to be redirected to a live person when calling your phone number. Now, if that sounds like something that you would like to do, then enter a phone number that you wish leads to be forwarded to. Otherwise, don't take it. Lastly, you have the ability to turn this off during certain days and business hours. If you, for example, don't work after 7 p.m., then you want to make sure to tick 7 p.m. Otherwise, you'll get notifications 24/7, 365 days a year. The same applies for your working days. If you aren't working on Saturday or Sunday, or just Sunday, be sure that you untick Sunday. Otherwise, notifications are going to be sent to you every single day. And voila! Hit update and you successfully created a listing page with a call capture codes. As mentioned previously, we highly suggest testing this during downtime. Perhaps over the weekend, you can jump in, add a few call capture codes, add images, property details, and you can text the call capture code to see what it looks like and to make sure it works best for you. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, navigate over to book-setup.smartagents.com and click into Get Help. We have a large knowledge base that should be able to answer any questions or concerns that you may have. Or you can also contact our support team via a call, text, or even live chat. You can give us a call at 386-752-6534 or contact us via email at support@smartagents.com.